Ladies and gentlemen, as we grow older, one of the most common challenges we face is the inability to sleep peacefully through the night. For seniors, this problem is more than just a minor inconvenience. It affects memory, mood, heart health, and even the body's natural ability to heal. Deep, restorative sleep is not a luxury, it is a necessity for healthy aging. Sleep is often thought of as a simple nightly routine, something that happens naturally when we close our eyes. Yet, for seniors, sleep becomes much more than rest. It is a critical component of maintaining health, vitality, and independence in later years. As the body ages, its need for restorative sleep does not diminish. In fact, it becomes even more essential, because the processes that occur during deep sleep directly affect healing, memory, mood regulation, and disease prevention. Unfortunately, many older adults find themselves waking frequently throughout the night, tossing and turning, or never reaching the deep stages of rest that truly refresh the body. This creates a ripple effect on nearly every system within the body. One of the most important reasons quality sleep matters for seniors is its role in brain health. During deep sleep, the brain undergoes a remarkable process of detoxification. This is when the glymphatic system, a waste clearance pathway of the brain, becomes most active. Harmful proteins and toxins that build up during waking hours, including beta, amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's disease, are flushed out. Without enough restorative sleep, this cleansing process is incomplete, and over time, it can increase the risk of memory loss, confusion, and even dementia. Seniors who consistently achieve quality deep sleep are more likely to maintain sharper cognitive function and preserve their independence longer. Sleep also plays a central role in emotional well-being. Many older adults already struggle with feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or depression, and lack of sleep only amplifies these emotions. When the body is deprived of deep sleep, the brain's emotional regulation centers, particularly the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, become unbalanced. This makes it harder to manage stress, increases irritability, and can contribute to a cycle where anxiety about not sleeping actually makes the problem worse. On the other hand, high-quality rest improves mood stability, fosters resilience, and helps seniors enjoy social interactions more fully. Equally important is the relationship between sleep and physical health. During deep stages of sleep, the body releases growth hormone, which is essential for tissue repair, muscle recovery, and bone health. For seniors who are more prone to injuries, slower healing, and conditions like osteoporosis, this natural repair system is crucial. Without enough deep sleep, wounds heal more slowly, muscles recover less effectively, and bones may weaken further. In addition, sleep is a time when the immune system strengthens itself. Antibodies and infection-fighting cells are produced and deployed more effectively at night, meaning that seniors who sleep well are better protected against colds, flu, and other illnesses. Cardiovascular health is another area deeply influenced by sleep. Seniors are at higher risk for heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke, and lack of restorative sleep significantly adds to this risk. When we sleep deeply, blood pressure naturally lowers, giving the heart and blood vessels a period of rest. This nightly reset reduces strain on the cardiovascular system and helps regulate blood sugar, cholesterol levels, and inflammation in the body. Poor sleep, by contrast, keeps stress hormones like cortisol elevated, which increases inflammation and damages blood vessels over time. For seniors, this can mean the difference between stable health and the development of serious chronic disease. Another subtle yet powerful effect of quality sleep is on metabolism and weight management. As we age, metabolism slows down naturally, but disrupted sleep makes this process even more difficult. Without sufficient deep sleep, the balance of hunger, regulating hormones such as leptin and ghrelin, is thrown off. This can lead to increased appetite, cravings for unhealthy foods, and weight gain. Seniors who experience fragmented sleep often report struggles with managing weight, which in turn raises their risk for diabetes and other metabolic disorders. By ensuring consistent restorative sleep, metabolism can remain more stable and cravings are easier to control. Equally important to recognize is that sleep is not simply about the number of hours spent in bed, but about the quality of those hours. Many seniors may spend 8 or even 9 hours lying down, but if the night is filled with interruptions, light sleep, or frequent bathroom trips, the benefits are lost. Deep sleep, the stage where the body performs its most vital functions, typically decreases with age, but it can be preserved with healthy routines and mindful choices. This makes it even more important to identify habits and strategies that protect and improve sleep quality, rather than relying only on time spent in bed. Ultimately, the importance of quality sleep in seniors cannot be overstated. It is as essential as good nutrition, regular exercise, and mental stimulation. Without it, every aspect of health, cognitive, emotional, physical, and social, begins to decline. With it, seniors gain the ability to heal faster, think clearer, feel happier, and live more vibrant lives. For those who find themselves waking multiple times during the night or feeling exhausted during the day, it is not something to ignore or simply accept as part of aging. Instead, it should be viewed as a call to action, a signal that the body is in need of support and adjustment to restore the natural rhythm of sleep. Investing in better sleep is not just about feeling rested in the morning, it is about preserving the quality of life, independence, and well-being for years to come. For most of our lives, we are told that drinking water is one of the healthiest habits we can maintain, and in many ways, this is absolutely true. Water keeps our bodies hydrated, supports digestion, helps regulate temperature, and plays a role in nearly every function of life. However, when it comes to drinking water just before bedtime, especially for seniors, this habit may not be as beneficial as it seems. In fact, it can become one of the main reasons why older adults struggle to stay asleep through the night. The reason lies in how the body processes fluids and the way the urinary system changes as we age. As people grow older, the bladder tends to become more sensitive and less elastic. This means it fills up more quickly and cannot hold as much liquid as it once did. In addition, the muscles that control the bladder may weaken, making it harder to hold it in through the night. For a senior who drinks a full glass of water right before lying down, the likelihood of needing to get up 2, 3, or even 4 times to use the bathroom becomes very high. Each of these awakenings interrupts the natural sleep cycle, preventing the body from reaching and sustaining the deep stages of restorative rest. Interrupted sleep is not a small issue. Every time a person wakes up to go to the bathroom, the brain shifts out of its rest state and the body experiences a stress response. Even if the individual falls back asleep quickly, the quality of that sleep is not the same. The cycles of deep sleep and rapid eye movement (REM) that the brain depends on to restore memory, balance hormones, and repair tissues are cut short. Over time, this creates a pattern where the body is technically spending hours in bed, but never achieving the kind of sleep that brings true rejuvenation. This is why many seniors say they spend plenty of time in bed, but still wake up feeling tired, foggy, and unrested. Another factor is the natural changes in kidney function as the body ages. Kidneys regulate fluid balance and filter waste from the blood, but in seniors, these organs may not work as efficiently as they did in youth. This can result in increased urine production at night, a condition known as nocturnal polyuria. When water is consumed before bed, it adds more fluid for the kidneys to process, amplifying the problem and making nighttime bathroom trips even more frequent. For someone who is already vulnerable to sleep disruptions, this extra strain can be particularly troublesome. The impact of nighttime water consumption is not only physical, but also psychological. Many seniors begin to associate bedtime with anxiety about waking up. They worry about stumbling in the dark, falling on the way to the bathroom, or being unable to get back to sleep once awake. This creates a cycle where the very idea of drinking water at night causes stress. and that stress further interferes with the ability to relax and fall into deep sleep. Over time, this can contribute to a persistent sleep disorder that affects health on multiple levels. This does not mean that seniors should avoid drinking water altogether. Hydration remains essential, but the timing of water intake becomes very important. Experts often recommend front-loading hydration earlier in the day, so that by evening the body has had sufficient fluids without the need to overload the bladder at night. For instance, seniors can drink more water in the morning and afternoon, gradually tapering down in the evening. If a drink is needed before bed, choosing a small amount of a sleep-friendly beverage rather than a full glass of water can be a smarter strategy. It is also important to remember that the brain and body respond differently to various types of fluids. While water is neutral and necessary, it does not actively promote relaxation or sleepiness. On the other hand, certain natural drinks contain compounds that can calm the nervous system, reduce inflammation, or stimulate the release of melatonin, the hormone that signals the body it is time to sleep. In this sense, drinking water before bed may be a missed opportunity. By substituting water with a carefully chosen beverage that works with the body's sleep biology, seniors can avoid unnecessary awakenings while also supporting the transition into deep, uninterrupted rest. The idea that something as simple as water might not always be the best option can be surprising, but it highlights the importance of looking at health habits in context. What is beneficial in one situation can become disruptive in another. For seniors, the key is not just to drink enough water during the day, but to adjust timing and choices in a way that supports the body's natural rhythms. Evening and nighttime routines should be designed to minimize bladder stimulation, calm the mind, and encourage the uninterrupted sleep that the body so deeply needs. When we step back and look at the bigger picture, it becomes clear that this is not about demonizing water, but about respecting the unique needs of the aging body. By being mindful of when and what to drink before bedtime, seniors can reduce the frustration of constant awakenings, protect their sleep cycles, and wake up in the morning with a sense of refreshment. In the end, it is not only about drinking enough, but about drinking wisely. Sleep is a complex biological process, guided by a delicate interplay of hormones, brain signals, and body rhythms. For seniors who often struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep through the night, it may come as a surprise that what they drink before bedtime can significantly influence these processes. Certain natural beverages contain compounds that work with the body's internal systems to promote calmness, regulate sleep cycles, and encourage deep rest. Unlike plain water, which hydrates but does not influence sleep pathways, these drinks actively support the transition into restorative slumber. Understanding the science behind them sheds light on why they can be such powerful tools for seniors in search of better rest. One of the most studied natural sleep aids in liquid form is tart cherry juice. Tart cherries are rich in natural melatonin, the hormone that signals the brain it is time to sleep. Melatonin is produced in the brain's pineal gland in response to darkness, but as we age, its natural production declines. This decline partly explains why many seniors find it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. Drinking tart cherry juice before bed provides a small but meaningful boost of melatonin, helping the brain recognize that it is time to wind down. In addition, tart cherries are packed with antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, which reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation is common in older adults and can interfere with sleep by causing discomfort or restlessness. By addressing both hormone regulation and inflammation, tart cherry juice offers a twofold benefit for nighttime rest. Herbal teas are another category of sleep-inducing drinks supported by both tradition and science. Chamomile tea, for instance, contains an antioxidant called apigenin, which binds to specific receptors in the brain to reduce anxiety and initiate sleepiness. Studies have shown that older adults who drink chamomile tea regularly often report better sleep quality and reduce nighttime awakenings. Similarly, valerian root tea has compounds that interact with gamma aminobutyric acid GABA receptors in the brain. GABA is a neurotransmitter that calms brain activity, quiets racing thoughts, and promotes relaxation. Seniors who consume valerian tea before bed may find it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep longer without the grogginess that often accompanies prescription sleep medications. Another drink worth mentioning is warm milk, a remedy many people remember from childhood. Scientifically, milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that the body uses to produce serotonin and melatonin, two key chemicals in sleep regulation. Warmth itself also plays a role. Drinking a warm beverage raises body temperature slightly, and the gentle cooling that follows signals the body to prepare for rest. Adding turmeric to warm milk, creating what is commonly called golden milk, enhances its benefits. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound with strong anti-inflammatory effects. For seniors who may experience joint pain or stiffness at night, golden milk not only helps with relaxation, but also reduces discomfort, allowing the body to remain still and restful during sleep. Passion flower tea is another example of how plants influence sleep biology. Research shows that passion flower boosts the production of GABA in the brain, similar to valerian. This action reduces neural activity, which helps quiet an overactive mind. Many seniors complain not only about waking frequently, but also about the inability to fall back asleep because their minds begin racing with thoughts. Passion flower tea addresses this problem directly, creating a sense of calm that makes it easier to re-enter deep sleep. Magnesium-rich drinks also play a significant role in promoting better sleep. Magnesium is a mineral involved in hundreds of biochemical processes in the body, including muscle relaxation and nerve function. Seniors are often deficient in magnesium, which can lead to nighttime cramps, restlessness, or difficulty relaxing. Drinks made with magnesium supplements or naturally magnesium-rich options such as almond milk can calm the nervous system and relax muscles, paving the way for smoother sleep transitions. The science of sleep-inducing drinks is not just about the compounds they contain, but also about how they influence nightly routines. Drinking a warm, calming beverage before bed sends a signal to the body that it is time to transition from activity to rest. This ritual itself conditions the brain and nervous system, reinforcing the body's circadian rhythm. For seniors who may experience disrupted internal clocks due to aging, maintaining consistent evening routines with the right drinks can strengthen the sleep-wake cycle and reduce nighttime disturbances. Importantly, these natural drinks work without the harsh side effects of many pharmaceutical sleep aids. Sleeping pills often lead to dependence, grogginess, and even an increased risk of falls in older adults. Natural beverages, on the other hand, work gently with the body's existing systems. They provide nutrients, support relaxation, and address specific barriers to sleep, whether hormonal decline, inflammation, or anxiety, without creating long-term harm. When seniors choose sleep-inducing drinks, they are essentially using food as medicine. The compounds in cherries, herbs, milk, and other natural sources are not foreign chemicals, but nutrients and molecules the body recognizes and can use effectively. By making these choices consistently, seniors can nurture healthier sleep patterns, restore balance to their nightly rhythms, and give themselves the gift of deeper, more restorative rest. The science is clear: when chosen wisely, what we drink before bed has the power to transform not just the quality of sleep, but the quality of life itself. Dr. William Lai has become widely known for his pioneering work in showing how food can act as medicine. His research emphasizes that what we consume on a daily basis is not simply fuel, but an active partner in the body's natural defense and repair systems. When it comes to sleep, particularly for seniors who often face chronic sleep disruptions, his perspective is that certain foods and drinks can be deliberately chosen to enhance rest in a safe, natural, and sustainable way. Instead of relying heavily on pharmaceuticals, which can bring unwanted side effects, his approach encourages using nutrition to gently guide the body into healthier sleep patterns. For seniors, this perspective is especially important. As people age, many begin to rely on prescription sleep aids to cope with insomnia or fragmented rest. While these medications may offer short-term relief, they often come with consequences such as morning grogginess, increased risk of falls, or even dependency. Dr. Lai's viewpoint shifts the focus away from quick fixes and toward lifestyle adjustments that support the body's own biology. He explains that by choosing the right foods and beverages, individuals can harness compounds that naturally stimulate the production of melatonin, lower stress hormones, and calm the nervous system without the risks associated with long-term medication use. Central to his philosophy is the concept that the body has built-in defense systems that can be strengthened through diet. When applied to sleep, this means recognizing the ways in which certain foods interact with hormonal and neurological pathways. For example, drinks that contain natural melatonin, such as tart cherry juice, do not simply mask sleep problems, but actually support the brain in regulating circadian rhythms. This is significant for seniors because circadian rhythms often weaken with age, leading to irregular sleep-wake cycles. By reintroducing natural dietary sources of melatonin, it is possible to reinforce these rhythms and restore a more consistent pattern of rest. Dr. Lai also emphasizes the role of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant-rich foods in sleep health. Seniors frequently struggle with conditions like arthritis, cardiovascular disease, or general chronic inflammation, all of which can interfere with the ability to relax at night. Inflammation often causes discomfort, stiffness, or even pain that disrupts sleep. Beverages such as golden milk made with turmeric not only create a soothing bedtime ritual, but also deliver curcumin, a compound known to reduce inflammation at a cellular level. By addressing inflammation directly, these drinks remove one of the major barriers to continuous, restorative sleep. Another important aspect of his perspective is how foods influence stress and anxiety. High levels of stress hormones like cortisol are among the leading reasons seniors cannot fall asleep easily or wake up during the night. Dr. Lai points to calming herbal teas such as chamomile, passionflower, and valerian, which contain compounds that interact with brain receptors to reduce anxiety and promote calmness. These drinks do not sedate the body in the way pharmaceuticals do, but instead create a gentle shift toward relaxation that supports the body's natural sleep processes. This approach acknowledges that true rest comes from harmony between the body and mind rather than forced sedation. Dr. Lai's philosophy also highlights the importance of rituals around food and drink. He explains that the act of preparing a warm, soothing beverage in the evening is itself a signal to the body that it is time to wind down. This kind of routine conditions the brain to associate certain tastes, smells, and actions with rest, reinforcing the circadian rhythm in a powerful way. For seniors who may have disrupted sleep due to retirement or irregular schedules, creating consistent nightly rituals anchored by specific sleep-friendly drinks can reset the body's sense of timing. What makes his perspective particularly valuable is its focus on sustainability and empowerment. Instead of making seniors dependent on external medications, he offers a pathway where individuals can actively take charge of their sleep health by making simple but intentional dietary choices. This not only improves sleep, but also fosters a sense of control and confidence. Seniors who feel empowered to manage their own health often experience improvements in overall well-being, reduced anxiety, and greater quality of life. The broader message behind Dr. Lai's perspective is that the small choices we make each day accumulate to create long-term health outcomes. By choosing the right drink before bed, seniors are not just ensuring a better night's rest, they are also protecting brain health, supporting the immune system, and reducing risks of chronic disease. Better sleep translates into sharper memory, stronger immunity, improved emotional balance, and greater resilience. In this way, food and drink become tools for longevity and vitality, not just for survival. In the end, Dr. Lai's approach to sleep health reflects his larger philosophy that food is medicine, and when used thoughtfully, it can heal, restore, and protect the body in ways that synthetic treatments cannot fully replicate. For seniors struggling with restless nights, his message offers both hope and practical solutions. Instead of simply accepting poor sleep as an inevitable part of aging, he encourages looking to nature's pantry for remedies that align with the body's own wisdom. By drinking smarter, not just more, seniors can rediscover the profound gift of deep, uninterrupted sleep and with it, a renewed sense of energy and vitality.